It's no secret the need and food shortage in my country, Cuba. I left for Spain looking for a better future, trying not to go to sleep every day wondering, what am I going to eat today? I also wanted to help my family more because for years a big concern was what to eat and if there was enough food. I don't want to discuss this sad topic. Instead, I'd like you to join me for a day and see what I eat, that's all. You won't see me struggling like I did before as I don't live in Cuba anymore. And thanks to having a relative abroad, you can eat a little better and have a better quality of life. You'll never have a good quality of life in Cuba, and that's the truth. In this video, I simply want to show you a real day with me. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, let me introduce myself. I'm Anita Mateu, a Cuban living in Spain. I'll be visiting Cuba and uploading several short videos from there. Well, I've been leaving a sticker of questions on Instagram and I'm going to be making many of the videos that you have asked me to make. Today we're going to spend a day together and we're going to see what it's like in a day being here in Cuba. Because, well, you know that the food situation here is complicated. It was complicated when I lived here all my life and it continues to be complicated even worse. Food is much more expensive. Here you don't find a variety of fruits, variety of vegetables, variety of meats. You don't find many things. Honestly, finding food is quite a heavy daily task. It's very worrying because you also have to be thinking every day about what to eat today. Food runs out fast in my house where there are many people and it's very costly. So, well, let's see what, as usual here, on a day back to my country. Remember to hit the free subscribe button below. It costs nothing. And well, you can give this video a like. And I don't know, these videos of Cuba, you will see the great contrast between my life in Spain and my life in Cuba. Just yesterday, we went out to buy food on the streets of Cuba. I'll show you some images. I already made a video in the supermarket, or what is supposedly a supermarket, and there's absolutely nothing. There is no variety of anything. There is no meat. The refrigerators are there and everything. The images show a store in terrible, empty conditions. Even the meat being sold is kept in poor conditions. The best way to get food, to get things, is through people who sell it or private individuals who have some businesses. They are called small and medium enterprises, SMEs. But it's very expensive. For example, my family, with the salary they have monthly, they can't afford to buy food practically. It's impossible if I don't help or send them money from Spain. And then think about a Cuban who doesn't have family abroad. It's very difficult for them. I mean, a family that helps from outside, it's going to be very difficult for them. Eating. And well, this is the Cuban reality. Now, what do we eat in Cuba? I'm going to explain to you as I show you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think for today's lunch, I want to take my family out to eat because since I arrived, I haven't taken them out. Mind you, I only arrived 3 days ago. And well, join me in this video. By the way, we are without electricity right now. There is no power. I woke up, it's about 8 in the morning. And look, there is no light, there is no power. This time now for about 6 hours. So obviously, if there is no power, we can't use the electrical appliances. But luckily, my mom got gas yesterday and look, there's milk there. And so here on the gas is where I'm going to be cooking things because of the people. Those who don't have gas at home, well, when there's power, they can't cook. Well, here in the refrigerator, I bought this little cheese for my mom. These are the vegetables that we managed to get, and these are the little eggs. Look, these little eggs, I sent these from a combo in Spain. That is a food delivery company that I pay from Spain. But look at the size of these little eggs. They are super small, honestly. And, well, we're going to have one of these eggs for breakfast with bread. And, well, I'm going to accompany the egg with bread. Look, this bread is like the bread they sell. A particular person passes by on a bicycle down the street shouting, "Baker, baker," and you go out and buy this bread. But I think this is done by private companies, which are emerging more here in the country. It's getting a little more privatized. Has it made more food appear thanks to the private sector? Because there's nothing from the state. There's not a bakery here that you can go to. There's nothing here. Previously, everything was state-owned, but now they have increasingly welcomed private sector involvement. Despite that, everything is extremely expensive. This bread costs about 100 pesos, which is less than $1 or €1. But for a Cuban salary, it's a lot of money. When I lived here in Cuba, a bread like this cost 5 pesos, but the inflation is so high now that it costs 100 pesos. So, well, it actually looks pretty delicious. It looks quite soft. This was the bread we bought. We cut it like this and the whole family eats it, a piece of bread. Although, well, my mom bought this whole bag of bread. I, of course, am helping them here because when I'm not around, sometimes buying this bread every day is very difficult. But now that I came and, well, I came with a lot of money that I exchanged, I tell them to buy a lot of bread every day. We eat a lot of carbohydrates here, okay? Because there isn't a lot of variety in food here and carbohydrates dominate the Cuban menu. In fact, here in Cuba, people suffer from a lot of hypertension and pressure problems and such. And I also believe that it's partly due to the way of eating, like the diet is based purely on carbohydrates. The diet consists mainly of bread, rice, and beans. Gluten-free options are not available for purchase. Here, you can be either celiac or lactose intolerant because they don't sell anything gluten-free or anything without lactose here. No, those don't exist here. Many people have those diseases. But here in Cuba, they don't know they have them, and if they do, they can't follow the diet they need to. So it's quite complicated. Here is some milk in that metal jar. This is powdered milk. What is this powdered milk that I bought? We bought it on the street the other day. And here everything is made with sunflower oil because here they don't sell olive oil. Very little, and it's very expensive too. My mom is making more coffee since there are many people in the house and it runs out quickly. So today I ate it with milk. Look at it. She puts it by the window because she can't see anything. It's dark and it's 8 in the morning and everything is still dark. And well, look what I brought from Spain for my family to try, Iberian ham. My mom tried it and she didn't like it. I already told her that. She's not going to be welcome in Spain because the Spaniards will be offended because she says she doesn't like the taste of ham. Why, what does it taste like to you? Like rubber? He says it tastes like rubber. Oh my god. This will be on the news and it will be very offensive in Spain. Honestly, look at this. I never thought I would be having this for breakfast. Egg, that's a luxury here, and well, the ham is because it's from Spain. Otherwise, just for the sake of it. Even here in Cuba, it's super normal not to have breakfast. Because there are many people who can't afford this bread. This bread that I'm telling you is quite expensive. And my mom says she was talking to a friend who is Puerto Rican, right? I'm from Puerto Rico but live in the US. She says she doesn't really understand. How can one go without breakfast? How can one, not have breakfast? Yay, Lalo Corrientes brought an outfit to wear in Cuba. By the way, it's all the blackouts. It's every day. Lalo leaves every day for 6 hours or 5 hours, right? Or 4. Well, now we're going to go buy eggs. Here you don't buy them at the supermarket. Here you buy them from a person who sells them. Which is a woman we were told had eggs. And we have to go to her house, right? To look for them. She lives across from your sister near here. And it's going to her house and to the woman we buy eggs from. How much does it cost? 2,000 to 2,250 pesos. That's a lot. Everything is so expensive. What I keep is what the money teaches there. So that the people see the money from here, from Cuba. All of that costs in the balls. Look at those people you see with the sack like that. They sell rice and beans on the street. How much?
Do you have the rice? 180?
Now we're going to have lunch at a restaurant. We haven't gone out since I've been here. I wanted to invite my family to eat at a restaurant. In restaurants, you can find a bit more variety
Of food.
Although sometimes you go at times when they have nothing left because they
Run out
the inventory. But well, today's lunch is going to be with the family and we're going to see what we eat today. This restaurant is owned by some friends who live in Tenerife and opened a restaurant here in Cuba. And well, they invited me over there. The restaurant is called Al Dente and it's located here. In Santiago Espiritu, I invite you to come here. If you ever pass by Santiago Espiritu or if you are from Santiago Espiritu, well, you know. Even though I know it's a bit expensive to eat out, in fact, one of the things I wanted most was to invite my family to eat here. In restaurants, you find quite a few things to buy. From the outside, it's very expensive, and honestly, the food was delicious. There's nothing like a delicious Cuban meal with that unmatched seasoning. And the rice with beans, please, but you have to try congre at least once in your life if you're not Cuban.
Well, we've already looked.
At lunch, it was really delicious, especially the main dishes were very tasty. Let's see, going out to eat in Cuba is quite luxurious because the truth is the prices are quite expensive. But well, if you have the possibility to do it, to come for a visit and give that pleasure to your family, they become super happy. I genuinely enjoyed the restaurant and highly recommend following their social media accounts. If you're from or visiting Santi Espiritu, I invite you to stop by Al Dente Restaurant. The service is wonderful and very good. And while my family loved it, we ate super delicious food, we were full, and it makes me super happy to see them also enjoying, since it's quite difficult here in Cuba to eat like this every day with that quality. Let's continue and see what we're having for dinner, as I think my mom said she was cooking today. As you can see, the streets and all the little houses look very similar. Here in the part where I live, everything is quite clear. Well, there is my family. The noisiest ones, but the streets tend to be quite desolate. There aren't many people. Well, the electricity just came back. We were without electricity until just now. It's 8 p.m. and we haven't finished or eaten the food yet. We're making it now. What are you going to do, Mom? The banana fufu?
That explains what it is. Soft and mashed banana, made like a thick puree like that. But is that typical Cuban? Yes, I believe so.
Maybe they also do that in the
Countries of the
Caribbean.
They do it in the Caribbean.
And what's here?
Chicken fricassee. Oh,
This little chicken?
did you make this since the power went out? Yes, I put it on the gas. But for the banana fufu, I need the bananas to soften well. And if I don't apply pressure, they won't soften. Are these beans from yesterday? Yes, and the rice. Is it here? And the...
Where is the banana?
Here. And the queen.
But if the power had gone out and they didn't finish, there's no need to wait. And here they are chopping the salad. We've arrived and are finishing our meal. I already showed you what we ordered. My mom, as she got a little bit ahead before the power went out. But some things were left halfway because the electricity went out and the pot is being used. In Cuba, rice and beans form the foundation of a good meal. It's a staple dish that's eaten regularly by Cubans. In Spain, I can go without eating rice and not miss it. But here, rice and beans are always eaten, especially rice. Like the carbohydrate, the beans, the protein, it's a pretty complete meal. You also get fuller because you can't eat a lot of meat. So that's the food here and what I'll likely be eating for lunch and dinner, possibly every day, rice and beans. I'm gonna go back to the routine I had before. For dessert, my mom is making homemade flans. I'll show you the recipe.
She does it.
And she does. This is the little mold we use as we don't have a little mold. There are no Chinese bazaars here, like in Spain. We cut out soda cans and use them to make the little flan here. You'll see how it turns out. In the end, my mom will explain her flan making process. Delicious, more delicious, more delicious than any I've ever eaten in my life. They are the ones my mom makes, but it's been many years since she made them because it's very difficult. I bought her milk and eggs. Are you going to make flan? How many years has it been since you made flan?
My daughter, for God's sake, it's been 8 years.
Damn, well, there was too much noise and I couldn't record the explanation because in my house we are so many, it's too much. First, we made the caramel, which is like with the sugar, kind of like it burns, and we put the caramel in these rustic molds that we make here in Cuba. The other step is to mix milk, egg, and sugar, which my mom used to do with just those ingredients. I don't know the measurements well, but if anything, I'll include it in the video description for your reference. Here we are using brown sugar, as we call it in Cuba, which is just regular brown sugar. Thank goodness we had that saved. The little eggs, those little eggs were a bit anemic. As you can see, the HEME is very white. But, well, it's what we had, And all of that into the blender. And now to blend it, and well, we pour it into the little molds when it's ready. And then it's placed in a bath of Maria, as you can see here. Until they are hard, you have to kind of test them. And when they are hard, well, nothing. Serve them. They really turn out super, super delicious. Well, in the end, I served myself rice, chicken, and
Salad, because
the beans ran out because there wasn't enough for everyone. We are eating like 11 people here, which is a lot.
well, nothing.
The banana fufu my mom is making is super delicious. I hope she finishes it soon so I can try it. Next, I'll demonstrate on molding the small flan from its mold. They're hot now and need to cool in the fridge for a while to avoid breaking, as they would break if taken out immediately. How delicious.
It looks delicious, it looks.
And well, while eating the little flan, I'm going to finish the video. I'm exhausted, but it's delicious. It's always super tasty. I love them the best. Try it yourself. And well, I say goodbye to you. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a like. And remember that every Friday we have a new video, so nothing a kiss to your family. I hope you like this video a lot. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye!